Female Custodes. Do we really need them? I mean, the golden banana boys of the Emperor have always been described as being male, and in the Codex they are also known as the Brotherhood of Demigods, not the Sisterhood of Demigoddesses. It has been stated before that they are the Emperor's inner guard, and these men never leave Earth. It is also known that the Custodes have their beginnings from being the sons of the noble families of Terra, and together with the Sisters of Silence they represent the Talons of the Emperor, being the right hand of the Emperor. They are transhuman and their bodies have been re-engineered at the molecular level to be the best of humanity. So why do we need a change in a well-established law? Do we really need it? And what does this mean to the other all-female groups and warriors of the Imperium, of which there are tons of? So let's get to it. First of all, there are the Sisters of Silence. These are badass chicks with no souls whatsoever. Their mere presence causes people to react in a repulsive way. This isn't a pot shot at women though, this is their lore. The Sisters of Silence are psychic nulls, which means they have a negative presence in the warp and their main power is directed against psychers. They are also clad in golden oromite armor at times. So while the Brotherhood of Demigods, the Custodes, are the right hand of the Emperor, these Sisters of Silence are the left hand. The Sisters of Silence origins are shrouded in mystery. As to when and how they exactly were created remains an enigma. However, it is said that the first appearance of these sisters are during the early Great Crusade, when the Primaris Psychers of the Astra Telephatica proved useless and unable to properly control captured Psychers. So as the Custodes, all males have their specific roles, so do the Sisters of Silence. Then we have the Sisters of Battle, which is the military wing of the Adeptus Sororitas, which are kinda like the counterpart to the Adeptus Astartes. They are an all-female order of the Ecclesiarchy, or also known as the Ministorum. Imagine them having males in their group. Would they be now known as the Misters of Battle? It's outright heresy just to think about it. And the Inquisition would be at your doorstep in a few days if you even so much as ponder about this possibility. The Sisters of Battle are also clad in power armor, which although have been downgraded a bit in power in comparison to those of the Space Marines, it still gives them levels of strength and durability and agility far surpassing that of normal men and women, and even comparable to the Astartes. The Orders Militant, or the Sisters of Battle, the military arm of the Ecclesiarchy, is composed of 6 major orders, and countless subsidiary lesser order militants, and the non-militant orders as well, each of which has different roles and responsibilities in the Imperium. So as you can see, the Grim Dark also has battle-hardened special shock troops in the case of the Adeptus Sororitas. Also, there are the Caladus Assassins, which are an overlooked group of all-female badass warriors of the Imperium that work from the shadows to eliminate nascent and imminent threats to the Imperium. They are assassins, they are members of the Caladus Temple within the official Assassinorum, and they are known for their all-female operatives who are masters of deceit. They are skilled assassins and they use artful deception to achieve their goals, often employing the shape-changing polymorphine drug to aid them in their deadly missions, taking on the guise of the victims or even the guise of those who are near and dear to the victims. The Caladus Temple is particularly good at covert missions operating from the shadows, and thus making them a formidable and highly secretive force within the Imperium. It was one of these assassins, a female, that actually assassinated a frickin' Primarch, namely Imshen, who would kill Conrad Curse of the Night Lords, although I would argue that he let her do it to fulfill his own twisted visions and motives. So there are also esteemed warriors of the Imperial Guard and the female members of the Adeptus Mechanicus of Mars, as well as commissars and powerful inquisitors which are of the fairer sex. From the Imperial Guard alone we can name quite a few off the top of our heads. We have General Janet Sula, who is famous as one of the most important characters in the Caiaphas Cain series. And then there is 2nd Lieutenant Mira, who is also a fan favorite from the Space Marine video game. There are tons like Margot Imren of the Lucifer Black, or even 2nd Lieutenant Ekaterina Idra of the Vostroyan Firstborn, and Sergeant Minka Lesk of the 101st Cadian Guard. So even amongst the cannon fodder, which is the Imperial Guard, there are uncountable women serving for the same futile reasons as their men counterpart. So diversity is already a big component here in the Grimdark, as all men and women are equal, that is, equal in death and sacrifice to the Emperor and to humanity. So if you want ones with more power, then there is also an example, and that is Colville of the Imperial Guard. But she is one of the most capable Primaris Psychers, working her ass off, fending off the Severan Dominate in the Calixis sector. Next we have the ones which possess near unlimited power and authority in the ranks of the Commissars and the Inquisition. The Commissars, to begin with, have the responsibility of upholding troop morale during extensive campaigns, even in the midst of heavy casualties. They are authorized to take any action required to ensure the loyalty and the moral integrity of their units, including superseding or, if required, executing a regiment's commanding officer. Notable examples are Lady Commissar General Victoria Balshin of the 5th Army Forces during the Sabbath World's Crusade, and of course, who can forget Commissar Severina Rain serving with the 11th Antari Rifles Regiment. Amongst the Inquisitors, we also have even more female representation, which further proves our point of the nonsensical inclusion of women in the Adeptus Custodes. So the Inquisition is a clandestine organization that operates independently of the standard administrative structure of the Imperium of Man. It serves both as the secret police and the main intelligence agency, tasked with identifying and eliminating various threats to the stability of the God Emperor's domain. The main officers given with near unlimited authority are called the Inquisitors. Here we have Lady Jenna Orcale, who is the daughter of an imperial governor and a member of the Ordo Xenos that is fascinated by Xenos technology. There is also Inquisitor Legia, who is an unusual member in that she did not see much combat but rather focused her efforts on texts and ancient writings. From the Ordo Malleus, no one can ever forget Demon Huntress Evixia Danica, and from the Ordo Hereticus we also have a senior ranking Inquisitor called Adrastia. Hell, even the Emperor's warp entities are mixed equally, with the most powerful of them being the living saints and them being all females. I mean, there are males that are living saints, but the most powerful of them are females. So a living saint is a mighty and pious warrior of the Imperial Creed who have displayed almost and truly miraculous abilities within his or her lifetime and is subsequently resurrected again and again in times of great need by the Emperor himself to serve humanity and turn the tide of a battle. Saint Ananias was a living saint that fought during the Korava conflict and can imbue her coven sisters of battle with near invincibility. And then of course we have Saint Celestine, which is no doubt the most famous and the most powerful of the living saints. She was once an imperial citizen on Terra who died during the siege back in the Horus Heresy, and then a few millennia later she was resurrected by the Emperor, and then continuously again and again over a span of many millennia, and even up till the fall of Cadia she was seen battling Abaddon. And with that, I hope my point has gone through as to why the inclusion of women in the Adeptus Custodes and maybe later in the Adeptus Astartes would be nonsensical and pointless. We already have tons of women warriors, all with their own female orders and even others working side by side with their male counterparts. Why not bring them up, focus more on them, and shine a spotlight on these females? This change in the lore and diversity inclusion would work better with the Xenos races, to be honest. Like the Eldar, the Drukhari, the Dark Eldar, and also the Tau. Oh, the Tau. Yeah, the common good. Why not focus on that? Hell, you can even expand the diversity within Chaos, and it would fit pretty well, especially with all the changing aspects of Tzeentch and his army, and the Slaaneshi perversions. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button for support and subscribe, but most of all, smash that bell icon for regular updates on new video uploads right here on this channel. Till the next time, take care, boys.